Hi, besties. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All the new people being here, welcome, welcome, welcome. To those of you who are regulars here, thank you so much, family. You are my besties. I love you so much. I'm just doing a kind of recap a little bit. A lot of stuff has been going on this week, and I know with some of the new content that I've put up this week, it might seem a little bit like, what? What's she doing? And so I wanted to kind of recap on that as well. So that brings me around to the topic of that I want to talk about today is what does the name terminal doesn't mean goodbye mean to me? The reason why I chose that name is a very personal thing, and it was meant to be all encompassing through my vision of where I am in my cancer, where I am in my life, where I am in my truth about being a professional psychic medium. And whether people disagree or agree, it's really kind of not my business. You know what I mean? It's like I'm still going to do what I do because for the greater good, I feel completely in purpose doing what I'm doing. And clients really reciprocate well on this. And I have posted a recent segment of Leslie, that was the person's name, that I did a reading with. And I had an agreement with her before we decided to do our session. I've been reading for her for many, many, many years. I actually knew her when we were in high school too, so there are some topics. I don't air dirty laundry or anything like that, but I will say, hey, I don't want to touch that topic, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about because we've known each other for a while. Um, she agreed that it was okay to post that segment on my terminal doesn't mean goodbye page. The reason why is because like I do the sessions in Zoom and I can record them there, but they don't last that long, and there's only a small amount of space that's given on there, and you can't really buy extra space. So unless you want to do the 500 and some odd dollars to make a little bit more space on there, it's just not really worth it. So for me and my clients, my readings are really packed with a lot of information and a lot of personal information. So during the session itself, people aren't necessarily going to dive into all of the topics the first round because it does feel like such an overwhelming amount of information coming in at that time. So I make it available so people can watch their stuff endlessly. They can share with loved ones who that pertain to. And so far, it's at their discretion. The reading was for them and out of ultimate love and light. So my way of doing things, there's a whole lot of vetting that happens before doing my sessions. There's a lot of discernment and protections and all of that in there. My style as a psychic medium is not going to be the same style as other people's. I do it with my own sets of strong protections and discernment, which also includes not necessarily airing somebody's dirty laundry. For example, if I have just a generic thing here, if I have a relative on the other side for the person that I'm reading with, and that person is well known in their family as a low vibrational being, meaning that they were responsible for abuse of other people in many forms and the destruction of their family in ways that I don't want to specifically talk about during sessions unless it's for the highest good and that other person has already gone through their place of recovery and they're able to come back with a certain different vibrational level and communicate in a positive way that's for healing for the loved one who's still here, the person that I'm reading for. So with that, I had to let you guys know that. but there is not enough places for me to post those YouTube segments, their readings, that doesn't require the client to have to hunt all over to find their link. So I'm trying to make it easier on them um, by uploading their sessions with their permissions, of course, and it's for their edification. If somebody decides that they don't want their stuff recorded, cool, no pressure. Or if they decide that they want the recording done and they approve that it's okay to do on the YouTube channel, cool. But if they down the road change their mind, all right, that's fine too. This really isn't about me per se, as it is easy access for those people who are getting readings. And for the way that there will always be people who want to come and say something negative or their understanding of faith and push that along to me, which in some ways, I'm grateful for that, because that's cool that they have that kind of faith. But out of respect of my family, who knows me, who knows my background and why I am the way that I am, this channel again is also meant for my kids. It's also meant for the loved ones that I do readings for in a very protective way, so that way they can play that back over and over and over again. My kids have encouraged me to post here too, in that way, so it makes it easier for them. I got a lot of these suggestions through my kids, and I value their opinion, and I got a lot of suggestions from the people who I am reading for, which took me a long time to come to the place where I am right now of willing to post those topics. If you're not interested in those topics, that's okay. You can just move right along. You don't have to watch that. Nobody's trying to pressure you to watch that. But you need to understand, on my perspective, that this is all encompassing of who Carrie is altogether as a person. And I'm not just dying from cancer. I'm not just the cancer girl. I'm not just put me in any type of box. That's who I am. I'm not. Terminal doesn't mean goodbye. It was meant to encompass everything that I am in an authentic way, in a platform that has that understanding of doing so. We have that freedom to share. But I get that a lot of people want to share negativity and stuff on my page of things that they disagree with. I'm okay with the disagreements, but please understand, I'm not going to allow those disagreements and those negative things to be said on my channel, because the person, out of respect for the families that I'm reading for and what it took to get to those readings and how private that is, even though this is on a public channel, I'm going to be protective over those posts too. So I will not allow negative remarks or derogatory remarks or people slamming my belief system or anything like that. I'm just not going to allow that here, because I don't feel like those comments are something that is edifying for the people who are involved in these sessions. And the people who really know me understand where I really come from in the heart and faith matter. And I'm not going to argue with other people about what my faith is and how my faith is very strong with what I believe and what I know to be true. So if our faiths don't line up, that's okay. Your faith is yours and mine is mine. And at the end of the day, I know who I am before God. And that's my personal faith. But I also am not going to condemn other people for their religions or their faiths or their belief systems either, because that journey is such a personal journey. And we're all here for, number one, free will. We have the free will to make the choices in all the ways. And two, we're here for love. So in spreading that love, spreading that discernment, and in all areas there too. So with that, understand that I'm not going to allow those negative posts on these things. And if you disagree with me posting those things up here, that's okay. You can disagree with that. But again, my name is Terminal doesn't mean goodbye. And me showing the psychic mediumship stuff of that too is another form of me expressing how terminal doesn't mean goodbye. And to give that closure and give that comfort and that love as me being a medium of where they're talking so wonderfully fast over here. We've all had the vetting from the guides. They're using communication, me understanding them and using their voice to the person I'm reading for. And I'm a medium, you know, I'm the medium between the person I'm reading for and loved one source on the other side. I take a lot of honor and pride in that. It's so humbling to be able to do this, and this isn't something that I take lightly, but I'm not going to be put up with being slammed over it either. Just know that I respect you and your backgrounds. I really do. Please respect me and my backgrounds, and you can make your own decisions, but I'm not going to allow those negative posts. I would like you to, I mean, you liked me before when I was doing my cancer stuff, and I will continue doing my cancer stuff, but I have to do this on my own terms, which means not lying in the part of where I feel like I have to sit in a certain box to make sure I get people's approval in the only format that they understand or accept me to be in. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fit into those boxes. I'm worth more than that, and I'm not okay with sitting in the background for that. And if you disagree with me, that's okay. You don't have to watch my work, my videos, and stuff that I'm putting out for the greater good. I'm humbled by those that do watch me do this. I am so grateful that you're here. Your lives matter to me, and I don't know, I hope you're seeing though that how much I'm trying to genuinely connect with all of you in the highest way, the best way that I can. And what I'm saying is truth, and I want the truth and honesty, openness, that agape with the group that I have here. So understand that, and that's just my stance for all of this. So I just need to let you know. Oh, side note though, I just want to let you know that I have had so many people over the years asking me to set up a P.O. box because people want to send stuff to me, which is a really weird thought. I'm not asking for anything or anything like that, but I've heard from many of my viewers and my clients that I'm robbing other people of joy by not having a P.O. box. Weird concept, but I understand the perspective of how people feel. No, I don't want to be a joy sucker. And what I was thinking about is I did end up getting a P.O. box today for you guys. And really awesome. I'm so excited. I'm going to go ahead and share that address on the description of this video. And then you guys can go grab it from here on out. My post box thing. Anyway, what I'll end up doing is as things come in through that mailbox, I'll let it kind of collect for a bit so that way I can do an opening and share with you guys like it's Christmas or something. And is sharing what was sent to me and in the context and from whom, and celebrating that. That is just such a sweet, honorable gesture. And again, I'm not asking for anything or anything like that. That's just, it's whatever your heart wants to do or whatever. I'm just here to celebrate with you guys. I love you so much, and I appreciate those wonderful open hearts of yours. And I'm not here to take advantage or for granted of any of that whatsoever. But by your guys' request, I did get that P.O. box. So I'm going to put it here for a second. If you can write that down, it looks like it's kind of backwards. So you might need to, let's see if it does better this way. Is that better? It's a little light on there, but hopefully that goes through. This is the P.O. box. I'm also going to post that, though, again in the descriptions, too, for you guys. Anyway, I want to wrap that up, and I wanted to share that stuff with you because for me to be my authentic self and my authentic self on my YouTube channel, terminal doesn't mean goodbye. I need you guys to understand how I am still incorporating it all. It's not that I'm turning this channel into my psychic medium sessions only or anything like that. It's that I'm sharing because it's easiest for those people to watch their videos over and over again and share with their families without limitations. And that's a super respectful thing to do for them to be able to do, and it's for them. It's not for me. That is not a marketing tool for me. If there was a way for me to do it private, where the specific person alone could just see it, I would do it that way too. The problem with that is people change their emails all the time. They change their information all the time. So by keeping it consistent within this channel, they'll know where to find it. And I'm putting all of those specific types of videos, I'm putting it under a different category too. So if you'll recognize those posts of I'm doing the same kind of front with all of the thumbnails as the same types of post. If you see one of those and you don't feel like watching it, don't. I'm not, no pressure. This is for them, not for us, you know. However, you're welcome to watch it because they've given permission to do that, because it's only for edification, only for raising up here. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That was my soapbox. And I'm going to be catching up with you guys later on in this week too. Today is my first down day. I've run myself into the ground. I feel like I'm getting sick all over again. I had a wonderful set of the last 2 weeks of more good days than anything else. So it's nice to be able to post that here. I have my first radiation consult this coming week on Tuesday. And after that, I'll have a better idea of what February is going to look like with all the requests for doing readings for you guys too. And again, I'm super grateful for those of you who are booking readings. I don't want anybody to feel pressured like they need to do that or not. I just want to let you know that is a service that I offer, and it would be kind of it would be a shame not to share that with you guys if you have need for it, you know? So there.